Happy Friday morning, Wyoming fans, and welcome to Denver for the 2026 Denver Cup. Game 1 for the Team Wyoming 18U Single A squad against the Sasquatch. Hunter Trefford will start between the pipes. Looks like we'll go Sherman back on D to start with Lotzer. Brody Gilbert will take the opening draw. Martin and Charrington on the wings. Brody to the center dot, here we go. Back to Sasquatch, up near boards and stop the blue line by Sherman. He'll send it back out to neutral. Picked up center ice, knocked loose by Martin, and Harrington picks it up, throws it on net, knocked away. Bouncing out front, wrap around attempt, kicked away. And we'll go dig it out of the corner. Sasquatch comes out to the blue line. Poke from behind, they'll get it back and enter at the near side. Cut across to the far boards and dump it to the far corner. Lotzer chasing it around behind the net with Sherman. Kicks back out front to Martin. Martin ahead, looking for Lotzer, cutting up to neutral ice, gets past. And Sasquatch at their own blue line turned back. Lotzer will tip it in ahead of Charrington and he'll work into the middle of the zone. Puck rolls to the far boards. Sasquatch picks it up, they'll cut around the net to the near side. Up boards to the blue line and taken away by Martin. Looking to feed it ahead of Brody. Brody in at the near point. He'll fire and glove. We'll go Jace Kimbley. No. Kimbley at center with Marty and Taze on the wings. Dump back in deep. Marty near corner. He'll pick it up on the boards, tips it back to Wickert. Tries to get a shot off, but off a stick and bounces back to neutral ice. Wickert battling on the near boards. Kimbley digs it out, back to Wickert. And poke back to Sasquatch in their own zone. They'll get it up to the center line. Marty there. And it bounces back. Kimbley battling for it, kicks it back to Hippen in the corner. Hippen behind the net. Battle down low. Kimbley in to knock it loose and send it ahead to Taze. Taze looking up ice, firing it, bouncing to the neutral zone to Marty, and Marty driving into the far point. Poked away, but into the Sasquatch zone. And they'll dump it deep. No icing, picked up back behind. Ahead to Taze. Taze circling on the far boards. He'll go across off of Wickert's stick and into the zone. Wickert chasing them all the way down, pushes them below the goal line. He'll knock it loose. Now, Sasquatch gets it back behind the net and they'll come back out. Pass ahead and up into the Wyoming zone. Pass across backside. Kind of backhand mishandles, shot off the post. Sasquatch behind the net. Trying to get it back out in front. Tefferin able to hold the post. Nothing there, and it'll bounce back to neutral ice. And battle loose and poked ahead. Shot, kick save by Brenniger. Sasquatch back in 2-on-1. Poked away, can't get the shot off. Good defensive play by Lotzer to keep it off net. And Lotzer on the boards pushes out to the neutral zone. Poked ahead by Anderson. Sasquatch will bounce glass back up to neutral ice, and they're in one guy at the top of the zone. Lotzer pushing them wide. Pokes it away, they get it back. Zoo knocks it loose, and Anderson lost the handle back into the corner for Sasquatch. He'll blow a tire going into the corner, and it rolls behind the net. Tefferin able to keep it out with the stick. Bounced ahead. Wynn will pick it up. Far boards and poked loose at the neutral zone. Sherman playing a little body in neutral ice. Will dump it back to Lotzer in front of the net. He'll bounce far boards. Gets out to neutral zone. Koloski chips it ahead. He'll chase in. And Martin with the little speed driving down to the corner. Trying to throw it in front of the net. Nobody there. Sasquatch sends it clear. Back to Sherman center ice. Sherman taking a look. He'll bounce up far boards ahead. Koloski got a tip on it, but bounces into Sasquatch. And off a stick high back to Sherman. And ahead to Koloski. Just out of reach. Sasquatch pick it back up in their own zone. Long pass up to the blue line. Poked away in neutral zone by Martin. A little battle up on the near boards. And Sherrington pokes it ahead. Pass forward, broken up, tips back and picked up. That was Hippen. Dumped in deep. Sasquatch will pick it up in their near corner. Back out to the blue line. Sasquatch working up near boards. They'll get across into the Wyoming zone. Shot. Low kick save for Tefren. Bounced out on the far side. Martin got it out of the zone. They dumped it right back in and had to clear. Pass ahead near boards looking for Brody. And it'll roll deep. Sasquatch will go get it in their own near corner. Sasquatch pass ahead. Picked off by Brody. Back to Martin. And poked into the corner. Sasquatch up boards. Picked off by Taze. Taze will work forward. Knocked loose. He'll circle back into the corner. Taze still looking for somebody in the middle. Back to shot. And a blocker save. Good shot by Wickard. Back to the neutral zone. Wickard will pick it up. He'll go across the hip on the far side. Hippen looking up ice. Back to Martin. Poked into the zone. And right there tried to hold the line. It'll squirt back out to neutral ice. And Sasquatch come up the far boards. Pass through the middle. Broken up. Tipped off the side of the post. They'll throw it around far side. Hippen's going to go get it over there. And Hippen out to neutral zone. Sasquatch will pick it up and dump it to the near corner. It rolls behind the net. Tefren turns. He'll get out to the near corner. Pass picked off by Brody. And Brody will work back out to neutral ice. He's going to go up the far side. Cuts back towards the middle. Drives in two guys and they'll knock it loose into the corner. Picked off by Marty. He'll work in. Shot. Just kicks wide. Thrown around the far boards. Sasquatch out to neutral ice. We'll chase him down from behind. Marty knocks it loose. And we'll chip it off near glass and up to neutral ice. Just out of reach for Kimbley. Bowman and Kimbley working on the near boards. Kimbley comes out with it. Knocked off the puck. Sasquatch get it back. And Marty will poke it loose. Kicks it back to Bowman and he'll send it out. Sasquatch at their own blue line. Marty to pressure. Ahead to Kimbley. Kimbley, he'll come up the boards, get it in the zone. Trying to follow it through. Gets knocked off the puck. And Sasquatch come back with it. Missed pass, rolls back into the corner for two. To Marty on the near boards. He'll chip it ahead and out of the zone. Bowman chasing. Sasquatch across. And they'll dump it in from the far side. Rolls near corner. Bowman back after it. Backs it out. Sends it to the point. Missed there, and it'll roll all the way deep. No icing. Last touch was by Sasquatch. Wing chasing in. Thrown down, or Anderson down behind the net. Sasquatch trying to get out with it. Anderson with a takeaway top of the zone, and Sasquatch will get it back. And right back to Lotzer. He'll fire it deep. Rolls to the near boards. Sasquatch missed pass there, picked up Kimbley, and bounces it back to Lotzer. He'll send it ahead. Picked up by Sasquatch, top of their zone. They'll dump it forward and knocked right back to him. Sasquatch back in their own zone. Kimbley pressuring, off a skate, keeps it in. Sasquatch near boards, win there to pressure. Kimbley fires, sticked away. Thrown ahead. Kimberly knocks another one down through the middle of the zone. Sasquatch picks up the loose puck. They'll get out to neutral ice. Into the Wyoming zone, 2 wide. Cuts across top. Fired off his own guy. Sasquatch trying to dig it out of the corner. They'll circle towards the top of the circle. Shots wide. And nets off. Call a penalty. Got a 1.5-minute penalty called on Sherman. So we'll go on a PK. Looks like Charrington and Martin out front. Wickert back on D. And we'll fire it clear. And our other D's gonna. Sasquatch into the zone. Far side, knocked off the puck by Martin and fired clear by Hippen. He'll send it on net. Sticked out in front. Sasquatch back to pick it up. Thrown ahead to the neutral zone. This pass will pick back up. Wickert will knock it loose. Sasquatch back ahead. And now they'll make it into the Wyoming zone. Poked away. Wickert with a good poke to knock it loose, and we'll send it deep. Sasquatch behind their own net. They'll come out far side to the corner. Martin there to pressure. They'll get out to the blue line. Charrington turns him wide. Driving in. Shot. Tipped and kick save. Trefferin with the leg pad knocks that one down. Hippen trying to knock it ahead. Stays in the zone. Kicks back to Wickert in the far corner. He'll pick it up and send it around. Charrington near side. Sasquatch there, and they'll take it away. Work back up towards the point. Thrown through the middle, nothing there, and Hippen knocks it, or Wickert knocked it away. Picked up by Martin. He'll dump it deep and chase. Martin down to the corner. Good pressure to keep it in the Sasquatch zone. We're back to 5-on-5. Sasquatch in at the far point. Taken away and chipped out of the zone. I think that was Hippen on the far side with a good poke. Sasquatch back in near point. Works around, off the puck, nothing there. Sasquatch pick it up behind the net, feet out in front, nobody saw it. And right out to Taze. Taze will drive up the neutral zone. Over to Brody. Gilbert circles at the near side. Poked away, and Sasquatch will get back out to neutral ice with it. Sasquatch poked loose, and they'll chase it down to the corner. Bowman in to meet him. He'll knock a pass down. Sasquatch get it back. They're trying to find the middle. Shot, knocked down, loose in traffic. Next shot goes wide. Into the corner. Sasquatch will take it back down below the goal line. Bowman chasing. Pass out in front, picked off by Brody. Gilbert from the near corner. He'll send it around far side. Bouncing to the far side. We'll chip it up in the air and out in front of Taze. Taze blew a tire. Sasquatch will pick it up in the corner. And they're going to ice it. .328 lift in this opening frame. Still no score. Anderson to take the draw. Throws it a little wide of the net, bounces into the corner. Sasquatch down. Win right on him. Anderson battling into the corner, and Sasquatch will try the other side. Picked off by Marty. And Anderson, Marty working across the middle. Marty fires, gloved away. And thrown back out to neutral ice. Marty, a little high stick, knocked it down, but Sasquatch will get back out, and Marty will take it back. Motzer knocks it loose. Anderson chasing the corner, feeds it up the boards. And right to Marty, and he'll drive up to neutral ice. Through the middle. Marty in. Shot and glove. Face off down the Sasquatch zone on the near dot. Anderson over center. Wynn left against the boards and Marty out front of the net. Sasquatch off the draw. Feeds it up the boards and turned back by Wynn. They'll go around behind the net, knocked loose by Marty, and Anderson into the near corner for it. Sasquatch will get it back. They'll try behind the net again, and Marty there again, knocks it up in the air. Sasquatch will get it back. And now they'll pass up to the near boards, poked away. Sherman keeping him out of the zone, they'll dump it deep. Rolls for Lotzer all the way around the far corner. Sasquatch pass down low, they'll come out the circles. And they'll chuck it into the near corner. Sherman there, knocks it loose behind the net. Wraparound shot, and Tefferin with the leg. Clapper wide there. And another shot sails a little wide of the post. Sasquatch back behind and rolls the far corner. Kicks back into the near corner. Sherman and Lotzer both there. Pass out front. Wynn got a tip on it. And kicks it out. Kimbley will send it back to neutral ice. Wynn chasing, Sasquatch comes around neutral zone, and Wynn knocks him off the puck. Will chip it back out of the zone. Sasquatch offside, pick up by Lotzer. Lotzer drive into the blue line, and he gets tangled up. And I believe that'll be a holding called on Sasquatch, or a hooking. So we got just under 1:30 left in the period, and we should have a power play for that. Face-off will go down to the Sasquatch zone. We'll line up with Kimbley over the dot. Koloski's going to line up on his left in front of the net. And... oh, scratch that. We've got one in the box. They're offsetting penalties, apparently. Now we do have a power play, it looks like. Now we've got 5 out there. Kick back down low. And Sasquatch, well, that's a little back into the neutral zone. Sasquatch with possession. They'll bounce it near boards and picked up. Pippin got the puck and knocked down. Wickard will pick it up and drive the zone. Shot, sticked away. Wickard near boards got a little of it. Hippin a little, nope, bounces past. Sasquatch on a break. In with a shot. Tefferin with the save. Face off in the Wyoming zone. Poked forward and a little shot to the face on. In front of Kimbley working through the zone and broken up. Kimbley still chasing. Sasquatch behind their own net. Kimbley right on him. Chase them all the way around. Poke knocked loose and Martin will backhand it ahead. Got it to Brody, and they'll take a shot and lose a helmet in the process. "25 seconds left in the period. And face-off will go down into the Sasquatch zone. Brody will take the draw. Martin and Taze on the wing. Now back with Bowman on D. Martin getting a little tangled up there. Back to Taze in the corner. Feet out in front, knocked down. He'll get it back. Working to the far corner. Top of the zone. Who sends it down? Just got tangled up and a little wide of the net. And puck thrown clear on the far side. Bowman back to get it. Bowman up the boards ahead to the blue line, but they'll keep it in, and there's the buzzer. End of the first, still no score. About 10 shots for Team Wyoming and 8 for the Sasquatch. Pretty even on that. Different with a couple of nice saves that had been good opportunities, but he shut them down on the shorthanded breakaway late in the period to keep it scoreless. Will take the long skate down to the far net. Brody Gilbert lined up to take the draw to open the second period. Gilbert, Taze, and Martin. Oh, Gilbert will slide over to wing, and Taze is going to take the face off. Hippen and Sherman back on D. Couple of seconds left on the power play for Wyoming. Stuck on the dot, and Taze works it ahead. Knocked off the puck, it'll roll back towards the net. Picked up by Brody, he'll fire, kick save, rebound shot, and that glove. Clock right. We're just 12 seconds into the second period. Taze at the far dot. Face off in the Sasquatch zone. Throws it wide of the net, and they'll pick it up behind. Sasquatch looking. Taze back to pressure them, and they'll send up far boards to Brody and lift it in the air and over the blue line out to neutral ice. Sasquatch picks it up near side. Met at the blue line and kicked right back out by Sherman. Or Martin, sorry. Now, Sherman pass ahead to Taze. Taze working down the far boards. He'll chase into the corner with it. And knocked loose. Martin back out in front. Taze is there. Shot kicked away. Taze sending it back to the point. Bounces loose, and Sasquatch on a breakaway. Sherman chasing. Ties him up. And Sasquatch scores. Early in the second period, Sasquatch will strike first. Kimbley out to take the face off. Renegar and Anderson on the wings. Sasquatch pass ahead to their own blue line. Bounces to the boards, but they'll get it back. Knocked loose by Kimbley. Pippen knocks it away, and Sasquatch back in. Another shot. Deffern with a save, and the rebound will go. Couple quick ones for Sasquatch, and it's 2-0. Renegar off of the draw. And a whistle there and talking to Anderson, and they're going to send him to the box. Not sure what that's about. I don't know what the call was there. will go back on the penalty kill. Beauregard and Marty out front for the kill. Marty with a takeaway into the zone. Fires and blockered high. Up out of play. Face off into the Sasquatch zone at the far dot. Beauregard will take the draw. Marty on the wing. Lots are back with that Sherman on the far side D. Sasquatch pass ahead, knocked out by Beauregard, and he'll send it back into the corner. Sasquatch pick it up there. Sasquatch coming out near side. And they'll come up, build speed through the neutral zone. Pass through the middle, broken up, missed pass, and the shot goes wide. Sasquatch get it back, they'll circle, fired, and saved out in front, but it's still loose. Sasquatch near point, fire, kick save, rebound, they missed it. Pass out in front, missed again, another shot blocked by Beauregard. And the net's off. .12:47 remaining in the second. 37 seconds left on the kill for Wyoming. Koloski to take the face-off, win on the wing. Bowman back on D with Dow up the boards to the point for Sasquatch, missed it, and it'll roll out of the zone. Good pressure by Koloski. They'll bounce it back to Wynn, and Wynn driving up the near boards. Lost the handle. Sasquatch sending it back up boards and out to neutral ice. Sasquatch down the near side, poked away by Bowman. Sasquatch will pick it back up. Bowman with a blocked shot. Sasquatch gets it back, fires. Turpin with the save. Still loose out in front. Treffren with a dive to knock that one away somehow without a stick. Sasquatch back to the point, lost an edge, and it's out of the zone. Wynn picks it up, trying to battle it forward. We're back to 5-on-5. Thrown in deep by Charrington. And we're offsides. That'll take us back down to the Wyoming end. On the offsides on Charrington chasing the puck and didn't realize we were offsides. Hippen and Wickard back on D. Martin, Charrington on the wings, and Brody Gilbert at center. Pass ahead, picked off the blue line. Shot, stick down, and rebound shot blocked by Hippen. Hippen diving in front of that one. We'll get it out to Brody. Brody cutting across the middle, poked away. Sasquatch back to neutral ice, and they'll drive the near side. Picks up at the point, blew a tire, but got it across the middle. And off a skate, Hippen knocked it into the corner. Martin sending it up the boards. Just gets it to the point, but to hold the zone. Martin tries again, and that one will get out. Back to Sasquatch at their own blue line. Pass knocked down by Gilbert, but it bangs forward. Hippen out the near boards. That one, Charrington there. Back to Hippen in the zone. Pretty big hit there. Ref put his whistle in his mouth and then didn't blow it. Back to Martin. And we'll get clear. Martin fires it deep. We'll tag up and chase back in. Martin, nope, knocked down. Sasquatch pass out through the middle. And Sasquatch in one on nobody. Shot, Treffren with a save, and rebound goes wide. Bounced out in front again, that's way off. Treffren sitting. Reset the net. Face off near dot in the Wyoming zone. Sherman Lotzer back on D. Off the draw, back to the point, shot off a stick. Kimbley, Taze, and Marty out front. Up to Taze. And Taze working to the neutral zone. Will take it in far side. Taze cuts at the boards, pass across the front. Knocked off a skate. Kimbley keeps it in, down, nope, pass back ahead. Taze working on it, but Sasquatch will get in the near point. Pass across, picked off by Taze. He'll drop it back to Sherman. Sherman looking up ice. He's got Marty in the neutral zone. Marty threw one guy, but back to Sasquatch, and they'll throw it back out of the zone. Kimbley riding him into the boards. Pass out, picked off by Marty, poked ahead to Taze. Oh, not Taze. Kimbley, Marty, front, shot, loose! Oh, knocked it down twice. Point. Bowman comes ahead, but it'll bounce over his stick, and Sasquatch back out 2-on-1. Bowman hard on the back check to break it up, and Treffern with a kick save. Loose puck rolls to the near boards, and we'll send it ahead and out to neutral ice. Sasquatch pick it up there. Poked ahead to Koloski. Sasquatch back out with it. Got Sasquatch in at the far point. Pass to the middle. Wide open shot. Kick save. Treffern. Bowman picks up the loose puck. He'll skate it out. Down the far boards to the corner. Bowman's still working on it. Gets tied up behind the net. Anderson in to help, and he'll come up with it. Pass out in front. Broke it up. Back to Beauregard. Shot just a little wide. Long pass ahead to Sasquatch, wide open. Beauregard on the back check, trying to break it up. Bouncing through the middle. Treffern with a good save the first time, and the rebound bounces right to Sasquatch. Sasquatch up 3. Brody off the face-off, back to Wickard. He'll send it ahead, looking for Wynn at the blue line, but broken up. Sasquatch come up with a loose puck. Pass out in front, broken up by Wickard. Up in near side, trying to feed it forward. And Sasquatch end up with it in the corner. Pippen will chase him around. Wickard meets him on the far corner. Poked loose and picked by Charrington. He'll send it around the boards. Sasquatch near side, they'll dump it back down low. Pippen down below, passes it across behind the net. Wickard will go get it in the corner. Head to Charrington. Charrington looking to get it out. Nope, taken away by Sasquatch. They're moving across. Shot, kick, save. And finally pushed out of the zone by Gilbert. Pippen looking ahead to win, but picked off. It'll roll back deep. Pippen to chasing it into the corner. Pippen will send it across behind the net. Wickard far corner. Lift the stick, chase him around, and picked up by Gilbert. Gilbert across the blue. He'll work to the near side. Poked away, Sasquatch sends it back clear. Wickard take a swipe and lost a stick. And knocked down into the corner. Wickard still didn't have a stick. He's trying to knock him off the puck. Pass through the middle, nobody there. Wickard with the feet, keeping him off the puck. Sherman back to help, passes out in front, and that's in the corner. Watson and Sherman back on D. Kimbley will take the face off. Martin and Marty on the wings. Kick back to Sherman. He tries to go across to Lotzer. Lotzer to the near boards. And they'll roll it down to the corner. Martin chasing. He'll send it around. Far side. Out to the point. Poked up in the air, and that'll go in the bench. Face off down in the far dot of the Wyoming zone. Sasquatch at the point. Thrown through traffic, knocked down by Kimbley. And chip back clear. Marty's loose again. Marty driving in. Shot from the corner, kicked away. Passes out in front. Marty tracks it back down behind the net, up to the point. Lotzer knocked loose, and Sasquatch sends it back out. Sasquatch into the zone, lost the handle. Sherman chasing him down in the corner. Martin in to help. Comes up the boards to the Sasquatch, and Martin knocks that loose. Pass through the middle, bouncing puck. Can't get a handle on it. And Kimbley will work up near side. Finds it again. Kimbley looking. Deep backhand through the traffic and broke it up. Just a little too deep on the net. Sasquatch back out 3 wide. They'll come in near point. Lotzer took a poke at it. Sasquatch hanging on. Shots wide. Back to Taze, and we'll pick it up on the far point. Martin trying to get it out of the zone. Taze there. Sasquatch, well, that looked off sides, but they're right in the middle. Shot, and that's in. Anderson to the dot. Kicks back to Sasquatch. Koloski chasing. They'll bounce it up the boards. And back to their D. Koloski on him again. Pass to the near boards. And thrown through the middle. Bounces through feet. Sasquatch will get it at the far point. Anderson knocks it loose. Pass picked off by Taze. Poke loose. Still in the zone. Sasquatch end up with the puck again. Working down through the middle. Battle there as Al knocked it loose, but still in the zone. Sasquatch circling back at the blue line. They cut across the front. Lost the handle, found it, passed through the middle. Backhander, Treffern with a save. Still loose out in front. Got that shot wide. And Treffern will cover. 4:24 left in the period. Sasquatch put up 5 just in the second frame here. Hayes and Koloski on the wing, Anderson on the center. And dug out of traffic by Taze. Hayes lifts it deep, bouncing, and played to the side by Sasquatch. Knocked loose by Koloski in the corner. Anderson in to help. Comes out to the near corner for Sasquatch. Taze will meet him there. Up the boards. Poked away by Koloski. Sasquatch get it back. Now Taze with the takeaway. Taze in the corner, pass through the middle. Just out of reach, bounces back. Wicker with a shot off a stick and wide. Taze will pick it up in the corner. He'll drop it back to Hippen at the point. Hippen fires, tip down, and kick save. Back out in front, Anderson shot, knocked away. Hippen chasing him off the puck, and now it's 3-on-0. Sasquatch, 3 wide in, pass, shot, missed the net. And there's going to be a penalty down low on Sasquatch, and there's another one. Sasquatch got 2 in the box. Looks like. Wyoming on the power play. Lotzer all the way across. Sherman looks in. Lost the puck, and Sasquatch back out to neutral ice. They'll dump it deep. Played behind by Trefferin. Lotzer will pick it up. And Lotzer looking up the near side. Got wind, but bounces out of reach, and that's going to be an icing on Wyoming. No icing. Sasquatch pass ahead, and that'll run the length too. Trefferin holds it up behind the net. Lotzer back. He'll send it around near side. He's got Gilbert lined up on the near boards. And ahead to down to the corner. Sasquatch around to the far corner. Pass picked off by Brody Gilbert. And knocked away, and Sasquatch will dump it deep. Sherman passing ahead. We'll work up to neutral ice. Brody down behind the net, circles from the corner looking for something. Gilbert, top of the zone, fire, stick broke. Backhander just wide. Gilbert took a rip at it and his shaft snapped in two. Back to Lotzer. Lotzer, long pass, picked off. Taze will knock it loose and picked up by Marty. He'll work into the zone. Drops to Taze. Taze looks, fires wide for kick save. Bounce back. Face off down in the Sasquatch zone. We're back to 5-on-5. Taze will take the draw. And thrown deep by Sasquatch. That should be icing. No icing. Pass ahead. Sasquatch will pick it up at the point. Fired from there. Blocked by Zhao. Thrown through the middle and picked off by Marty. Marty through the neutral zone. Far side, works in, circles around behind. Marty near circle, tries to drop it back to the point. Broken up by the Sasquatch. And pass across, a little back behind. No shot on net, Sasquatch back to the point. And thrown across near side and out of the zone, they'll have to clear. Pass back to the far boards.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Kicks loose, Taze to Marty. Marty driving back in again. And knocked away. Marty with a takeaway down low. He'll battle through. Sasquatch pick up in the corner. Little cross check there in the corner. Nothing called. Back to Taze. Throws it through the middle. Nobody there. Dumped back in offsides by Zhao. A little late on the hit there too, but nothing. Sasquatch into the zone. Pass broken up. Bowman knocked that one down. Sasquatch near side, walking in. Tries to throw it through the middle, bouncing puck. Trefferin sticks it down into his legs and can't get a whistle. Leaves us with a little over 15 seconds left in the period. Anderson to the dot. Pushed across and picked up far side. Knocked out of the zone by Wickert. Back to Anderson. Across to Hippen. Hippen looking up. He'll send it in the air over the blue line out to neutral ice, and that'll run the second period out. End of 2. Sasquatch 5. Team Wyoming 0. Back on for the third. We'll go Anderson at center. Martin and Sherrington on the wings. Off the draw, Anderson in. Backhand through the middle. Rolls into the corner. And they'll send it back deep. Watzer in the neutral zone. Looking up. Sends it to Sherrington. A little out of reach. It'll bounce into the near corner. Sasquatch pick it up down low and they'll send it around the boards. Again, back to Lotzer on the far side. Bounces boards ahead and chip to the blue line. Sasquatch will knock it right back out of their zone. Back to Sherman. Sherman boards right to Sasquatch again. Anderson there. Martin chasing, tip pass. And rolls back to Lotzer, he'll send it clear. Martin chasing him back into their own zone. Ahead, picked up at the blue line by Anderson. Kick back to Lotzer. Lotzer near point. Little move through the feet again. Shot just over. Blockered up high. And Sasquatch come back out across the blue. Sherman knocking the puck away and rolls into the corner. Sherman getting pounded on top of the crease. No call there either. Sasquatch shot. Treffern with a save and he'll cover. Whoops. We've gone to the run clock in the third with a 5-goal differential. Gilbert off the draw, kicks it back in the corner. We'll send it around. Picked up near side by Wynn. We'll send it back down low. They're chasing, pass out in front. Can't get it clear. Sasquatch still holding the zone. Behind the net to the near side, pass out in front. Treffern with a stick to knock it away. They'll bounce it off a pipe. And now we're going to have a penalty, I think. Oh, net's off. Clock's still rolling. D-zone face-off. Gilbert. Gilbert will chase it up and out of the zone. Passed out in front of Koloski, but too far out of reach. Sasquatch turn. And they'll come back up far boards, pass ahead. And trying to stay on sides, knocked off the puck, and we'll send it back clear. Koloski chasing. If he can get there. Koloski turns, fires, kick save. Koloski still working down low. Sasquatch over to the far corner. They'll throw it up through the zone. And up to neutral ice. Sasquatch in near point. Broken up in the middle by Hippen, but they'll get the loose puck back. And wide of the net, nothing there. Sasquatch still with possession. Back to the top on the far side. They'll fire from the blue line. Off a stick. Hippen collects it. He'll send it back up the far boards. Can't quite get it out of the zone. Sasquatch far corner. Pass through the middle, broken up. They'll pick it back up at the near point. Wynn knocks it. Partially blocked shot. Worker chasing him around. Hippen sends it ahead, but they'll keep it in the zone again. Worker sends it clear that time. Not quite. Well, I thought it got out of the zone. Now they'll blow the whistle. Threw a shot on net. Treffern with the stick, but offside's called before the shot. A little over 11 minutes left. Thrown back into the Wyoming zone. We'll chip it clear. Bounces out in the middle. Back to Zhao. Zhao chips it ahead. Marty throws it deep. D picks it up for Sasquatch. Kimbley and Marty working there. Bouncing puck, and Kimbley comes up with it in the neutral zone. Knocked off the puck. Kimbley will get it back, and he'll work ahead. Poked loose. Sasquatch back out near side. Sasquatch working in. Shot. Treffern with a save, and he'll cover. Coming up on 10 minutes left in the third. Clock's still rolling. Kimbley to the dot. Back into the corner. Bowman working on it. Sasquatch pass out in front. They'll work across. Blocker safe, Trefferin. Picked up by Kimbley. And Kimbley coming up the far boards. Wyoming coming through 3 wide. Kimbley down to the corner. He'll work back on net. Shot to knocked wide. Bouncing puck through the middle. Beauregard got a stick on it. Threw it back behind. And Sasquatch will send it to the near corner. Bowman there. Sasquatch back out to neutral ice. Sasquatch coming across the far side. Shot. Sticked away. Bounces into the near corner. Hayes will pick it up, send it ahead to Beauregard, bouncing out, and gets it to neutral ice. Beauregard chasing down the boards. Sasquatch will retreat below their own goal line. And send it back out to neutral ice for Sherman. Sherman back at his own blue, looking ahead. He'll bounce it forward, broken up. Kicks into the Sasquatch zone. And thrown back deep. Sherman back to get it behind the net. Sherman, the near side, looking for Martin. He'll get it back. And Martin working up through neutral ice. Throws it on net, gloved. And we got a whistle. Played it. Hayes and Martin on the wings. Sherman back with Lotzer on D. Oh, Martin will come take the face off. Charrington at the wing. Sasquatch up the far boards and out to neutral ice. Broken up. Martin knocked it backwards. Sasquatch regains possession and off a stick into the zone. Sherman thrown ahead of Charrington. He'll chase back into the Sasquatch zone. We're back up to neutral. Pass picked off by Taze. Poked loose, and Sherman knocked it back up to the blue line, but didn't quite make her out. Another shot. Trefferin deflects it up over the net. Back to the point for Sasquatch. They'll take a look. Shot. Wide. They'll throw it back behind the net. Sasquatch pick it up. Pass through traffic. Bounces off a stick and out to Taze. Taze near side through the neutral zone. They'll take it all the way to the corner. Turns back. Through the feet. Still working on it. Trying to find it, broken up. And Charrington on the far side will dig it out. He'll send it back to the blue line. Sasquatch right there. He'll work across neutral and dump it in. Lotzer ahead to Taze. Bounces off a stick back to Sasquatch. Sasquatch lost the handle. Charrington keeps it in the zone. Martin knocks it back in. Sasquatch will try this side. Charrington chasing behind. Sasquatch will come out with it. Sasquatch across the neutral zone. Pushed into the corner by Wickert. Throw a shot wide. And Lotzer trying to knock it ahead. Gets it to Taze. Tied up in the middle there. Lotzer Taze working on it. Comes out in front of Martin. And Martin will get loose. Martin in the far boards. Throws it to the middle. Nobody there. Sasquatch pick it back up. Martin's takeaway behind the net. Sasquatch will get it back. Bounced up the far boards. Anderson's going to go chase it down. He's got Wynn out in front of him. Anderson and Wynn. Across to Wynn. Oh, just good look. Anderson trying to throw it through the middle again. Nobody there. Wickert knocks it loose. And Sasquatch back. Sherman with a good poke at the blue line. Anderson drops it back in front of Gilbert. Gilbert working in near side. Brody shot just wide. Sasquatch far blue line. Bounced out to neutral ice. And Sasquatch will circle in their own zone up the near boards and thrown in. Wide of the net, played by Trefferin. We'll pick it up in the corner. Looking for a stretch pass there, broken up. And Gilbert comes out of traffic with it. Poked away. Pass back. Sherman picks it up. He'll throw it ahead, looking for Gilbert. Hanging around at the blue line, but Sasquatch end up with the puck again. You can't do that. Sasquatch with another shot and a goal. We're not going to stop the clock for goals either. Pass picked off by Marty. Across to Kimbley. Kimbley working in. Got a little deep. Back across behind the net. Marty will chase it down in the corner. Marty, circle. Tries to get the shot off. Broken up. And back out to neutral ice. Sasquatch pass ahead. And they'll cut back in the far corner. Thrown through the middle. Broken up. Shots wide. Picked up by Bowman. He'll send it around far boards. Bowman trying to feed it forward. Sasquatch knocking it around. Throw it behind the net again. Sasquatch pass broken up. Shadow knocked it loose. And now we'll come out. Bowman trying to battle it forward, knocked loose at the blue line. Sasquatch will come back the other way. Sasquatch cutting from the near board. Shot right in the corner. Under 3 to go. Martin out to the center dot. Tays and Charrington on the wings. Martin knocks it forward. And poked loose by Sasquatch. Back to Hippen. Hippen gets it up and out of the zone. Charrington picks it back up. They're still offside. Still offside. And they'll finally blow the whistle. The draw, back to Sasquatch. They'll retreat into their own zone. Pass knocked down by Charrington. Charrington and Martin, good pressure in the zone. Thrown up the far boards. And Sasquatch out to neutral ice. Dumped into the corner. Wickard there, knocks it ahead for Charrington. Charrington trying to get it away from the boards there. And Wickard knocks it loose when Sasquatch came out with it. Wickard's still working on it. Sasquatch pokes it back against the boards. Thrown on net. Sticked away by Turfrin. Sorry. Sasquatch far corner. Pass through the middle. Tipped and broken up. Kicks out to Tays. Sasquatch holds the zone. Sasquatch in at the far side. Wickard sends it clear. Minute 20 to go. Sasquatch sitting in the neutral zone. Thrown in, tipped on net, and Treffern will cover. 1 minute remaining. Clock still runs. We'll take a face off on the far dot. Gilbert over center, Anderson and Marty on the wings. We got too many guys out there. Anderson will come off. Gilbert, Marty, and Wynn out front. Lotzer back with Sherman. Shot, knocked down in traffic, and Lotzer will work up through the neutral zone and dump it deep. Bounces behind. Marty behind the net with Lotzer. Not Marty, who is that? Kick back out to Wynn, but he's in neutral ice, so we'll have to tag up. Cross to Gilbert. Missed there, and Sasquatch come back up with the puck. Sasquatch, pass to the center. Shot up off a stick out of play, and that'll do it. Final score, 7-0 Sasquatch. Team Wyoming will be back in action. I believe the next game is at 8:30 tonight.